Hey guys, just a quick intro before this video starts. I just wanted to let you guys know that I stream a lot on Twitch at the moment, and if you guys could go give me a follow over there, that'd be great. I don't have a schedule at the moment, but I've just been streaming on and off every now and then, and I use the stream highlights as my videos as well, as you guys have probably seen. So if you guys want to see some live videos, or the videos that I make live, come check it out. Come speak to the chat. We'll have a great time, and yeah, that was everything. Enjoy the video. Thanks. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is John here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're just going to be looking at the new patch 10.10 TFT. This patch came out this morning, I'm pretty sure. We're just going to look at what's been nerfed, what's been buffed, you know, what's going to be changing in the upcoming games, upcoming weeks, how it's going to affect you. So let's take a quick look. As you can see here, this isn't really about that much, but there's the nerfs, these are the buffs. Let's actually go read what everything's happening. So we've got a new galaxy coming in play as well. I don't really like galaxies at all personally, but you know, if you do, this is Galactic Armor Galaxy. All players start with the same 2 full items, so that could be kind of interesting. It could be kind of fun. They fix a bunch of bug fixes as well, but the main things we're going to be looking at today are the buffs and what's been nerfed. So Poppy's damage, her buckle toss has been nerfed, and so has her shield as well. Mainly just the 3-star variant's been nerfed, and the 2-star. She's the same 1-star, but it's a big nerf when it comes to 3-starring her and 2-starring as well. But look at this, down from 500 to 400 of her shield at 3-starred, and then down from 350 to 300 at 2-starred as well. And the same with the damage, that's been nerfed too. So TF's also been nerfed as well. As you can see here, the damage per card does 550 3-starred, but now it's going to be doing 450. It has 100 damage nerf. Same, he's the same with his 2 and 3-star. Nothing's been changed there. So clearly, as you can see, they're trying to nerf Candyland. They're trying to nerf those reroll comps. They've realized that it's just way too strong, way too easy to do them. There's no real repercussions for them. You can get top 4 quite easily with both Shudder and Candyland. Not as easy in Diamond, but when you're in a lower elo like maybe Gold, Platinum, even Silver, you can easily win with these comps. And there's no real repercussions for them. You just roll it 3-1 and you get your 3 stars, and that's it. So thankfully they've actually done something in this patch, and they've kind of, I'd say they're still viable, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I think the main sort of thing is they're trying to get people to play other comps and trying to put people off with this, so you just don't see them every single game. As you can see here, Zaya's AD has also been nerfed down from 55 to 50. So Ziggs's mana has also been nerfed again, which is kind of interesting. I think this is still pretty strong, but I don't think that's that important, to be honest. Yasuo has got a buff. They've nerfed his mana by 10, but they've buffed his health, so that can be quite interesting, down up from 600 to 700. So maybe you'll start seeing Yasuo again, like we did in the last set. Maybe, you know, I don't know, double Hodge and like QSS or like some other item on him. Maybe we can do some Yasuo carry games. We can have a look at that, because Yasuo last set was really strong, but I think you know, 3-star 4-cost 3-cost 2-cost champions this set really aren't the best to carry with, you know. But again, we've seen reroll comps come in. Maybe you can do a reroll Yasuo comp or something similar to that, we'll see. So Karma's also been buffed. I think Karma's already underrated as it is. I think if you go Mystic, if Karma 3-star's really quite strong. She's been buffed on her shield. I think she's a great pick if you go Mystic. So there's that. Syndra's also got a buff as well, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. She's got 50 plus power damage at 3-star, so, and then 30 for the 2-star variant as well, and 20 more on Syndra 1, so Syndra 1 might be pretty decent. But here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and it's Kayle. You know, we've seen Kayle popping up more and more. It's either Kayle or one of the reroll comps, or still Max at the moment. Those are the main probably 4 comps that are out, or we've seen Blaster Brawler here and there as well. But you know, I thought Kayla would get a bigger hit, personally. I thought she'd be nerfed a lot more than what she got here. And this isn't really a nerf. If you look here, it's just a nerf to her free cost. And, you know, not many people 3-star her. They more sort of 2-star her, and then if they can get her free cost, they get her free cost, right? I mean, that's how I play Kayle. You don't actually go into a game and say, look, I'm going to 3-star Kayle. Or if you get a Kayle, you're not going to be like, okay, I'm going to 3-star Kayle. It's a maybe, right? You're looking for 2-star Kayle. That's the thing that's going to carry a comp. And this has not been nerfed at all. At all. I was expecting a bit of a nerf on this, even 1-star Kayle. I mean, 1-star Kayle's quite weak anyway, but I was expecting this to be nerfed a little bit, and I'm quite surprised it isn't. It's just a free cost variant that's nerfed from 750 to 600, which, again, I don't know if I agree with that either, because I feel like if you free cost a 4-star unit, you know, it should be strong enough. Like, you put a lot of money into that, you put a lot of econ and money into that, so I feel like, I don't know if I agree with that. I think this is gonna, Kayle's still gonna be very strong. Even if you free cost her, you know, she's still gonna be very strong. I think that's something that should have been changed with this patch. They should have maybe nerfed Kayle a bit more, so we can see other comps being able to be played, and you know, Kayle's kind of now that carry that you can stick into any comp really. You can stick her into Vanguard, you can stick her obviously into Chrono as we've seen, you can stick her really into anything. As long as you've got a front line, you can stick Kayle in that back line and she will do all the work for you. So I imagine they're still going to be the same and nothing will change. Then I also don't like this either. I don't like this at all. Vel'Koz's been buffed from 425 to 450 for his 1-star, 550 to 600, and then his 3-star's not been changed. But he gets a 50 damage buff on his 2-star. Now, personally, I'm going to be honest, I think Vel'Koz already does too much damage without items. And that's without items. When you've got a Vel'Koz 2 with items, in a Sorcerer comp, or any other comp really, Vel'Koz is one of those you know, characters as well, very similar to Kayle, where you can sort of put him into any comp, as long as you've got a front line, and he is going to do lots of damage. I don't think he's as consistent as someone like Kayle, but the damage that he does, I think, is just too much, and they've actually buffed him here. So, I don't know, I feel like we're going to see a lot of Kayle and Vel'Koz comps still, you know, roaming around, and you know, what's to come. But I don't know if I like this at all either. This is, I don't know. I don't really like Vel'Koz in this set. I'm a Vel'Koz main when it comes to regular league, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know if I agree with that either. So these are the two things that have really stuck out to me, which I don't know if I agree with. And I think there should have been a bigger nerf on Shredder, personally. You know, they've only taken Xayah's AD down by 5, but, you know, I feel like they could have maybe done more to her character as a whole, like they kind of done with Poppy here. I feel like maybe they could have done more with the Shredder comp with Xayah. So at the moment, those are the 3 things that stick out to me, and that I wish they did more in this patch. But I am happy with the Candyland nerf, so that's something at least. But yeah, moving on. What do we have here? Items. Okay, so Chalice has now been nerfed as well. So hopefully we won't see, you know, as much zones, as much mana printers, because those were popping up a lot more as well, and it's like you can make any comp of a mana printer. I haven't had the chance to really try it, because I don't know, it just looks stupid in my opinion. It's just one champion just healing the rest of your other champions. So I mean, I can't say too much. I don't know how that comp works. I've not tried it, so. But there's that as well, and Deathblade has been changed as well, so now it displays the amount of attack damage gained rather than stacks, and you start at 1 stack as well. I did believe there was a patch not too long ago where they changed it so it would start at 2 stacks, but I don't use Deathblade, so I'm not sure on how that works or what really happened to that item, but this is what they've done to it now, so I think they're still trying to make Deathblade an item that's good, I suppose, but I feel like maybe even next set they'll probably just scrap the item a whole and then replace it with something else, but who knows. So Mirella and Red Buff damage burn has been nerfed. I'm pretty sure they've nerfed, I can't remember if it was a damage burn or if it was just the damage itself. I can't remember what it was, but both these items were nerfed not too long ago and they've been nerfed again. So I know Red Buff was very strong at one point and it got nerfed, and then it's still kind of strong. People are still using it, especially in blaster comps, it's still really good. And obviously Morello is just Morello, so you know people are going to use that if they need that burn. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with these two items. I think they'll still be played no matter what. I think they're still very powerful items. And the bug fixes, as you can see here, you can pause and read this. I'm not going to read all of them, but they fixed the GA bug, which is pretty nice. I found that pretty annoying. I've actually experienced it with Jin's Fall Shot before, and the main things that I think they fixed, which they finally fixed, is while viewing your board from the carousel, equipped items are now visible again. Thank you. That's something that would piss me off when you got items on one of your carries and then like you just forget that you've got an item on them, or like you're using them as using a champion as a holder, so you put an item on them, and then you know when you get to carousel you wouldn't remember which item you put on which character, and then it's like, you know, which items did I have? This is the reason why I'd never put items on just sort of throwaway champions, because I would always forget when it gets to carousel which items I've got. But yeah, this bug pissed me off for a lot, and this has been, you know, I mean they had this in set 2, end set 2, or I can't remember. I think it was only start of set 3, but it was annoying, and they finally fixed it, which is nice. And then the other issue that pissed me off a lot as well was they fixed the issue where some players would arrive late to carousel. So this is annoying because look, we're playing ranked, we're playing to win, we're playing to get top 4, whatever. Not getting the first carousel is a huge sort of negative, basically, because that way we get into the game and we've got, let's say, a Negatron cloak. You know, we have to kind of play around that more. You don't get to choose your item. It would just be annoying, but thankfully they've fixed that, and the other bugs I've actually not really experienced too much, so I'm gonna leave it there. And Mobile Corner, we're not too fussed about. I don't play mobile, so. But yeah, to finish this off, really, I think that there's some good things and some bad things that are going to come from this patch. I think obviously the nerf to Candyland is great. I think, you know, I still think it'll be viable. I still think people will be able to play it. It's just not going to be as strong as it was before. Same with Shredder. I think that's probably going to be more contested than Candyland anyway. They've not really nerfed it too much or done anything too much to Xayah. But again, the more games we play, the more we'll see what really happens and what's going to become strong and what isn't. I think Vel'Koz and Kayle are still going to be disgusting, basically. I think there's going to be a lot of people playing Kayle. There's going to be a lot of people playing Vel'Koz. I don't think he should have been buffed. I think he should have been nerfed more. And Yasuo, interesting. He's got more health. His mana goes down by 10. I don't think it really means that much. But maybe we can, you know, if he is gonna live longer, you can put double Hodge on him and do something else. I'm not too sure. Karma's got a pretty good buff, but I think she's still gonna be underrated. So if you're gonna Mystic comp, 2 Mystic, 4 Mystic, whatever, you know, give your Karma some items. You know, get a 3-star. She is pretty strong. And then obviously we've got a Galaxy as well, and this being nerfed, which I hated. I hated coming across fucking 2 Chalice Sonas were fucking Xeraths and then just losing to it because none of their units die. So hopefully Mana Printer gets a big nerf from it. It didn't seem like a big nerf to Chalice when I looked at it. I'll read it again, but it didn't seem like a big nerf. It restores 10. I don't really know what that means, I'm going to be honest. I don't understand it, but again, this is just some basic information that we're going to see in the next few days that are to come. We're going to see what's going to be strong now, and we're going to see what's going to be unplayable. Doesn't seem like they've done much to Darkstar at all, because even though they buff Karma, I don't think it's a buff that's going to affect Darkstar anyways. So, you know, Darkstar might still be unplayable, and I don't know. We'll see what comps are gonna come out. Will it be the same? Will, you know, people start playing some new stuff? And it's just sort of experimenting with what's going to be good now after this patch. But I don't think they changed too much, but I think they had to do the necessary things to certain comps like Candyland and Shredder. But like I said before, I kind of wish they did more to both Kayle and didn't buff Vel'Koz. So that is it. Thank you guys for watching this patch update. If you like more videos than this and you want me to, you know, sort of break down every single patch that comes out in the future, I'm more than happy to. It's just good to look at good information that we can sort of base our games off for the future. And yeah, my name's been Jordan. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Peace.